So I've heard here on the coast by Anchorage, there's a place where you can actually get some color on the beaches. You got to be careful of the high tides, as we have some of the most extreme tides in the world. What would be really cool is to actually see a beluga whale out here. But whether we'll see a beluga whale, I don't know. It looks like the tide is very high and my area of possibly working is very minimal. It would make complete sense on why there would be gold down here on this beach, because you've got all this bluff material that's been eroding and eroding and eroding over the eons of time that have then been concentrated on the beach. This place is also known to have some agates, so I'm going to be watching the gravels for any cool agates. That's not a bad one, but it's not that clear one I want, but hey, it's a victory. Over there is Fire Island. There's a bunch of windmills out on that island, and when the tide will get so low that it actually turns into a solid mud flat all the way to there. Some people have been brave enough to risk stepping in that mud, the tidal mud, as we call the flats here in Alaska. You don't step on the mud flats. Oh, right here. I got one. I got a nice one. Right there. That was really cool. There's definitely agates on this beach, so even if I don't find a spot where I can actually pamper gold, maybe you'll just get some agates. I'm sure there's some in this gravel over here, but it helps when they're wet, or you have that low light to look through and see the reflection. Not a great one, but hey, it's one. So I was hoping to find a spot maybe with a little trickle of water coming down the bluff that I could end up setting up and doing little pans in. They wouldn't be the greatest, but it'd be something, right? But the only water I'm seeing is the direct cook inlet behind me here. And that's not gonna work out so nicely. Naturally, when you walk far enough, you'll get away from everyone else and have it all to yourself. There we are at the peak of tide. So they should start dropping rapidly here, maybe along the way back. So I'm trying to dig myself a little thing so I could do some panning, but it's not working too well. I haven't found any spot on the beach with some water on the low side. Is there any sort of color in here? Barely any black sands. I think I need to go deeper or find a layer or find a specific spot. Let's take some of this bottom out because I was hitting like a little hard pan layer, it felt like. Plus it'll give me more panning room. Maybe a little deeper worked till we get more black sand. Oh, there is one right there. That's not much, but hey, that's a... I won't complain about that. I can officially say I didn't get skunked on this trip. I got some agates, but it's not gold. That's gold. So, a scoop down deeper did it. Now if only I could figure out where the heck I can pan. So it's been a dig and dive kind of thing. I just had a hole right there and it's already washed and leveled out. I was working right there, but the tide is already going down so fast. I don't know if I'll be able to get much more, but I already got one flake. And I'm looking to see if I have any more out of here. And yes, there's one. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little flakes, much like what I got in the last video. So this digging isn't hard, it's just the water situation. If I had water or something to recirculate, it'd be wonderful. But with the tide moving as fast as it is, I don't see that I'm going to be able to get that kind of color from here. But those do shine nice in the evening sun. So the time right now is about 8 p.m. Alaska Standard Time. And I could be here all evening. It's a beautiful afternoon. This morning we had a bunch of rain and now it's all kind of settled out. It's turned out nice and cleared. And I wanted nothing better to do after making a trip to Anchorage than to see if I could get a little gold. Just like that, the hole is filled. So the gold is here on the beach, but I just don't have the right stuff to work it. If I were to lay down a pump and run an actual banker out here on the good line, it'd probably do okay. Much like the other river with that glacial flood till. So just a little bit ago, the waves were hitting that log. You can still see the shadow line of the wet rocks. That's how quick the tide's moving out. Sometimes it's just nice to take a break and enjoy the scenery. You don't have to work hard for gold. If you just get a little bit, it makes the day great. With the tide going out, I don't think I'm going to be hitting any more spots. Unless I can find a little run of water somewhere around here to actually get some fresh water that I'm not chasing waves to pan, then I would have more of a chance to keep going. Check out the clarity on that agate. That's pretty cool. I wish it was banded, but it's still beautiful. So I'm walking back and it's amazing the tide, what it has exposed for new agates. Remember walking through here just a little bit ago? The tide's already down. These piles were getting washed and now they're wide open. And the water's at least 12 feet away. This was the tide line that I walked along, and quickly it's going down. Till next time, may your pans be golden and you have a good morning, day or night. Whatever it is, wherever you are.